Calling it one of the toughest budget years in history, Nueces County Judge Loyd Neal says the state of the county's finances is good, but he admits there are challenges ahead. During a news conference at the courthouse today, Neal, who as you know is retiring at the end of this year, announced or outlined the county commissioner's efforts to keep tax rates stable and keep costs in line. He said a countywide hiring freeze helped to cover the costs of an employee pay raise and maintaining some key tax exemptions. He says even though the county's credit rating was recently downgraded, the county is still doing fine financially.
We're in good shape. We're well managed. We looked at our costs. We reduced a lot of those costs. We've asked our elected officials to help us, and they have. Our departments are taking cuts in what they do every year. We put a freeze in place to help us manage that better, and our bond ratings are still AA.
And Neal says the biggest challenge now is rebuilding the general fund to a level of having 25% in reserve. But he says without more growth in the county, that will take longer to accomplish. Of course, Judge Neal has endorsed fellow Republican and former Commissioner Mike Pustley to take over when he leaves, but Pustley's Democratic opponent, Barbara Canales, has been campaigning on the premise that the Nueces County's financial house is not in order, and she did not back off from that even after watching Neal's news conference today.
The state of our county needs major improvement fiscally. We are not in good shape because we have our credit score has been lowered. We just got our taxes raised, and we have cash reserves that are not meeting our 25% policy.
Well, the battle for Nueces County Judge is one of the hottest local races. The election now just 1 week from today.